Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. If you pick up the phone and give us a call, we can help you answer your questions about mortgages. Shows about mortgages, refinance, or purchase. There's a lot going on in the purchase market. Obviously, if you're out there right now and you're listening to the show, you're thinking, how can I get a mortgage? Well, that's what the show is about, too. Plus, we'd like to help you if you just are on the fence about what to do, what program to get, all kinds of different ways to get a mortgage, whether it's FHA conventional. There are all kinds of terms on that, terms meaning the amount of years in the program. You can get a ARM program, which is adjustable rate mortgages. No, they're not the worst programs out there. If you have need for a 3-year or a 5-year, 7 or 10-year loan, those may be the way to go, especially if you're going to move quickly after that amount of time, and that's all you need the loan for. Rates are lower at that rate. The only thing is if you're in for a long haul in your home, 30-year fixed rate mortgages are the best way to go. You know what your payments are for the next 360 payments. Maybe you only want a 15-year fixed loan. We can do that too. Anything out there in the loan world that you have questions on, please give us a call, or you can visit us if you go to info@malibufunding.net. That's our email address. And if you go to Home Loans, Malibu Funding, Inc., that is our Facebook account. And if you go there, yes, we got 3 likes today. Very happy. Bing, bada, boom. We love those delicious likes. Why? Because it shows that people are watching, they're listening, they're looking at what you're doing. And what we're trying to do is help people get a loan or refinance their loan they're currently in. A lot of loans in the last 4 or 5 years have come due on those 10-1 ARMs, people that thought they were getting out or people that only wanted to pay a lower amount for the first 10 years are now adjusting. So if you're in that situation and your home is yet to climb out of that underwater situation from that 10-year adjustable, give us a call. We might be able to help. Or you can email us. Certainly, you can go to YouTube. We have a lot of information there as well. Financing Mortgage is our YouTube address and our YouTube channel. So if you go there, you can see not only the shows that we do here on the radio station, but a lot of promotional or educational videos done about reverse mortgages, mortgages in general, different types of short sales. Yes, we've done all kinds of videos for that. We also have a real estate show out in Las Vegas, Nevada, called the Las Vegas Real Estate Show, which we also have on YouTube. We broadcast this show on 3 stations out in the Inland Empire. And again, hi to everybody at KCAA, KMET, and our folks at Roadrunner. We really want to appreciate them by mentioning them here on the air and saying we really appreciate the boom you've given to our business, the presence, the amount of people that are listening, and thank you very much. Also out in Las Vegas, Nevada at 18.8 is the broadcast channel there that we are seeing every Sunday night at 4:30 is the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. And of course, at 5 o'clock, we do a 1-hour radio show, which is this show on air in Vegas. So if you have seen us or you're listening to us in any one of these places, really appreciate it. We try to hit all the high points by what we are doing both locally and regionally. We are approved as a loan office in Las Vegas, Nevada, in Southern California, certainly in all of California, as well as 8 other states. We lend our own money, and we try to give you a perspective by which you can't get at other loan companies, simply because we have a broader reach and we can talk to a number of people in different parts of the country and get a feel for what's going out there nationally, which does give you an opinion about what's going on locally. What is going on locally? Here in the Inland Empire, we are very, very busy. The real estate market has obviously skyrocketed. Anybody out there in the listening area can attest to the fact that it is expensive to get a home. And if you want a home right now, and if you want a new home, it's going to be a little bit of a wait. In that if you can't afford a good down payment, there are some options, so don't fret. But there are 4, 5, 6 offers per property normally, unless they're way overpriced. And that's one good thing about this particular market that's different than in 2006, is that if in fact the market is, the property is priced right, you'll get a lot of offers. If it's not priced right, you won't. I have a property I listed here in the Los Angeles area in North Hills. The property itself was listed about $75,000 over market. And unfortunately, when these people bought the house, it was purchased at a very high price. And now they're trying to obviously make some money after 3 years. Well, the market's just not there. It's a neighborhood that just hasn't appreciated to the tune of $75,000. It may have gone up $25,000, $30,000, but there are pockets all over the real estate area where maybe there's a higher crime rate, or maybe there's just some rundown properties, or maybe, the value just hasn't hit that particular neighborhood the way it's hit some other neighborhoods. As you know, most neighborhoods surround a center in the city, wherever your city you're talking about now, wherever there's San Bernardino, Riverside, maybe you're in Rancho. And if you're thinking about, okay, where do I want to buy? Most people will tell you, get the best property in the highest get the lowest priced property in the highest valued neighborhood. And usually that means whatever you can afford, that's what you're going to get. But certainly you want to have a property be able to accrue in value when you buy it, right? That's the main thing here. If you're looking towards, look, I just don't want a house, I want something that I can invest in, so in the future I'll be able to obviously either sell it or pass this on to my kids, or take money out for my kids' college, or maybe I get sick and I need some money, or maybe I need something to live off of in my retirement years, and this is my retirement. I guess my retirement program would be to have the house increase in value so that I could then at a certain age get a reverse mortgages. All these things are great reasons to buy in a very good neighborhood, but try to get the cheapest price possible. Certainly neighborhoods are personal choices, and neighborhoods are obviously cheaper if they're in like in an industrial area. If you go in an industrial area, some of these industrial areas have houses. Well, obviously the prices in these areas are going to be less than something in an area close to the high school, or close to the middle school, or close to the downtown shopping. Why? Convenience, location, all these things are going to help or hurt the cost of the house. And anybody out there who's looking knows this already. All you have to do is do a Google map or do a Zillow search, and you're going to see exactly where your property is. And I would imagine that if you have a budget and you're looking towards long-term, 30-year holding onto the property, you have to look at long-term trends. Where's the market going to be then? Obviously, no one has a crystal ball, but certainly if you're in a gentrified area, it's going to be less likely that it's going to be gentrified, meaning that the property values will come up as a result of gentrification. So when you're out there and you're looking around, that's a really, really important thing. Listen, I really appreciate you. We have a great show coming up today. I have a couple of people coming on that haven't been on the show today. We're going to get from Georgia, Luana Bradford from the Bradford Group. She's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on in the Atlanta market. We do have a license to lend down in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'd like to have Luana come on and talk a little bit about what's going on in Georgia real estate, as well as what's going on in the mortgage market. We have Lena Walther coming on, and she's somebody from Nevada. She is the Swedish counsel down there. Who's going to talk a little bit about human trafficking, and one of the things that Vegas has, which is highlighted by human trafficking, is outside of the Las Vegas, Clark County area, prostitution is legal. So it's very difficult to put a lid on this kind of problem, but we are going to have her on. She's going to talk a little bit about that, educate the audience, and hopefully people will get more information about that. And we're going to have Faye and Sharon on, two new loan officers for Malibu Funding, and I really appreciate them coming on the show today to tell us a little bit about themselves, what kind of business they've been, how long they've been doing it. So if you're listening, stay tuned, and I really appreciate it. My name is Jeff Barton. I'm your voice in the mortgage industry, and we'll be right back.
Is your car starting to give you some trouble? Then come on down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service, where we offer a wide range of services such as new and used tires, balance and repair, brakes, AC repair, professional auto diagnostics. We promise you high-quality service at an affordable price. We're located on the corner of Boulder Highway and Wells Street. Do yourself and your car a favor. Come down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Your nose just a little bit. I need the sun off. There you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go. Good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are going to be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you want to advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone and give us a call. You can email us info@malibufunding.net. And certainly, if you want to see us, you can go to YouTube and look at our YouTube channel, which is Financing Mortgage. And when you go there and you look at the videos, you can see this radio show. You can see a number of different talk shows, a lot of educational videos. We are expanding our presence both there and out in Las Vegas, Nevada, as well as in the Inland Empire where these shows are being heard. Really appreciate everybody listening to the show. We talk mortgages, we talk refinance, we talk purchases. Maybe you need to get expert opinion before you make the leap to go buy a house. We certainly can help you there. One of the people that we bring on the show from time to time from one of the other states that we do business in is Lawana Bradford from the Bradford Group. Lawana, hi. How are you?
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
I'm just fine, thank you, and thank you for coming on the show again.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, very good. So, update from Atlanta, update from Georgia. What's going on down there in the market? Give us a little bit of an overview and an update.
In the market, things are amazingly slow.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's definitely the inventory is low.
Okay.
And there's just not a lot of activity on the residential side. On commercial side, commercial is doing well, but residential is pretty stagnant.
Now, is it because new housing isn't being developed? Is it because just people aren't moving, or is it because the prices have gone up so much that people just can't afford it?
I think it's a combination of people aren't moving and there aren't new houses on the market, and people who are actually selling their homes
Right.
Are overpricing their homes. So they think their homes are worth a little bit more
No,
than expected. And the appraisals are coming in a little bit lower.
Yeah, I've experienced the exact same thing on the previous segment. I talked about it here in Los Angeles market. I priced a house, and I did what the seller wanted me to do, not what the comps told me to do. And you know what? That property sat 3 months, no sale. And so it shows, and maybe this is true there, that people are hungry for properties, but they're not stupid.
Right.
And
exactly.
So, right, and I think and what that shows to me is that that's a good, healthy sign that, people don't have to buy because they think it's going to get way overpriced. If it's too expensive, why buy it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, tell us what we do in terms of trying to drum up some business down there, in terms of trying to get people off the dime, lower prices. What are some of the things you're seeing people are doing in order to do that?
To repeat the question, I didn't understand it.
No problem. If we're trying to sell houses and houses aren't selling because they're overpriced, what's your strategy in talking to sellers?
And talking to sellers is just trying to get them to come back down,
right.
down to reality. In fact, I was dealing with a jumbo loan last week, and they were just amazed that the prices weren't as high as they expected, but they're not taking into consideration other foreclosures that may be on the market, which are driving down the property. So, I think that's the biggest challenge, is having that open dialogue. with sellers to help them structure their home to sell. And then also on the opposite end, for the buyer, helping them to realize you don't have to overpay for the home.
Right.
Unless you just absolutely can't live without it.
No, we dealt with another one just recently, and that was in California too, where the appraisal came in low and the buyer and seller met in the middle. Even though it was above appraisal, it was less than what was originally agreed upon. Are you seeing any movement from both sides to sort of adjust the price if the appraisal comes in low?
Yes. Yes, that is happening.
Okay.
Because the seller wants to, they want to move that home for whatever reason. So they're not being stubborn.
Do you think a lot of this is still thinking about the good old days, according to what the sellers would say, right? Where prices were going up 10% a month back in 06, 07, where you could put it on any price and it would sell. I mean, do you think a lot of these sellers just think that that's the way it is nowadays?
Yeah, they do. They think because we've rebounded,
right,
that we're back to, like you said, yesterday or yesteryear, and
right.
that's not the case. In fact, our growth rate just year to date is only like a little under 4%.
Okay, that's well below national average.
It's a positive trajectory, but
right.
it's gradual.
Right. If you're saying national average is between 5.7 and 6.5%, let's say, as I just looked it up today, then that means the Atlanta market is lagging a little bit. Do you think that's an employment issue, or is it just, I don't know what it is?
Well, I think when you're looking at the greater metro area, the growth is actually outside, so up north in Smyrna,
mm-hmm.
and we're not having the level of growth in the in the more denser population right now.
Okay, so mention that again, once again, the area that is doing well, or the growth
Smyrna,
is happening?
Smyrna, that's north.
And how far away from where you are?
Where I am, no traffic.
Right, exactly.
Probably about 45 minutes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so really this is within the suburban area of the Atlanta general vicinity, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about what Bradford Group does, not only representing buyers and sellers in property and other things. I know that you're in the fix-up and trying to present homes that way as well. Are you still doing in that type of business?
Yes, we work heavily with investors.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some amazing investor programs, so individuals that are looking to either it's fix or flip, buy and hold programs. We also have them on everything ranging from your traditional hard money to your commercial type programs that will look at I should say 1 to 4 unit residential
right.
properties.
Okay, so most of these would fall under the standard mortgages then, the 1 to 4 residential units or single-family houses. And these type of investors, what do they come in? You manage the entire process, and at the end, they end up with the property, and then you sell it? Is that how it works?
Yeah, from beginning to end. Whether so they may come in, they find a property, they fix and flip it, and they come in under one mortgage program, and then we're able to refinance if they're looking to hold it under another mortgage program. If they're looking to sell, then we work with their identified borrower and placing them in the home.
Okay, that's very good. And in terms of this type of clientele, do people come to you for this service, and how would they get a hold of you?
Yes, they do. Word of mouth has been our friend.
Okay.
but also they can get a hold of us by going to our website, www.bradfordgroupmtg.com. That's like MikeTangleGolf.com.
Right.
Or they can call me at 678-428-5589.
Okay, where do you see real estate and mortgages heading in the next 90 days? I know that's a short window, but a lot can happen over the summer.
Next 90 days, I still think it's going to be pretty stable. I don't think we're going to see any significant change. I don't think rates are going to change significantly. I don't think activity in the Atlanta region is going to change too significantly.
Right, and I think the weather aside, it's still pretty hot down in Atlanta. I know my sister down in LaGrange, she's calling me all the time saying, boy, I look at the map and it's pretty cool out there in California.
Yeah, I was just out there for my family reunion in San Diego, and I hated coming back.
Oh, I know. San Diego's got some of the best weather in the country. We love it out there. We were down there a couple of weeks ago ourselves.
Yes.
Hey, Luana, I really appreciate you coming on the show once again, giving us an update from Atlanta, Georgia, and the Georgia market. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Jeff.
Okay, and I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.
Your nose just a little bit. I need the sun off. There you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go. Good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are going to be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you want to advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We talk about mortgages. We talk about your mortgage. You probably want a mortgage if you want to buy a house, or maybe you got some money in that house and you just want to take it out because you got medical bills, you got college to pay for, you got a million other things that you need the money for. Maybe you want to buy a new property and you want to rent it out so that you have some good long-term stability in your retirement fund. Anyway, we can help you do all that stuff. Call us on the telephone number. Our email address is info@malibufunding.net. We can also be seen on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook, which everybody seems to do, only 3 or 4 billion people do it. But anyway, if you go to Facebook, type in Home Loans, Malibu Funding, Inc., and we pop right up. We got 3 new likes today. This is very exciting. Well, why do I say that? Because it shows that the effort that we're trying to make to reach people where they are, whether it's millennials who never want to answer the phone, whether it's some people who want a reverse mortgage who only answer the phone, we're going to try to appeal to all these different types of people. Now, every week we bring on the show new and exciting people, and I'm really happy once again to bring a couple new people on the show who work down at Express Mortgage here in the Los Angeles Inland Empire area, Sharon Thornton and Faye Whites. Gals, how are you?
Great. How are you, Jeff?
Me? I'm just terrific. Now, what I wanted to do is to allay your fears that this is not a program where we're going to grill you on programs and things that you may or may not be interested in sharing. But what I wanted to do is get a brief history of how you guys got in the business, how long you've been in the business, how you're helping your clients. Give me some ideas as to that so I can do some follow-up questions.
Okay, my name is Sharon Thornton. I've been in business for over 20 years.
Okay, great.
And my name is Faye Waits, and I've been in business doing the mortgages for over 2 years. I've had 3 other businesses, so I have a lot of business experience.
Okay, now when we're talking about business experience, or Sharon, you're being 20 years in the business, give me an idea of the type of customers that you all get excited about when you're talking about mortgages. So do you like the young married couple, first-time home buyers? Do you like the older person who needs a reverse mortgage? Give us an idea of the people that you deal with on a daily basis.
Okay, we deal with a variety of people. We like helping people. One thing we do here at Express Mortgage, we deal with the first-time home buyers. We try to get them into their home.
Sure. Just move a little bit closer to the speaker, if you would, Sharon. Thank you very much. We want to make sure people hear, the type of people you're working with.
Yes, we deal with a variety of people. We deal with first-time home buyers.
Okay.
And we try to work with the young couple that's trying to get into their first home.
Of course.
And show them a way that they can get into their home by qualifying them and showing that they can go into their 401k if they don't have enough money to put down.
Let me stop you there and interrupt you just quickly. You mentioned something about some of the documentation or some of the things you're going to need in order to get people approved or pre-approved. What are those documentation? What is some of the documentation you're going to need?
Well, first of all, we're going to need their income.
Okay.
We're going to need the credit, of course, look at the credit and see where they're at.
Right.
A lot of them, we try to pre-qualify them, and if it doesn't work right now, we try to get them geared up to work later on.
So you try to fix their credit, is what you're saying?
Yes, we do. We do something called a rapid rescore. A lot of time we'll tell them to pay down their certain credit cards, which will boost up their credit to get them to the FICO score they need to get qualified to get into that new home.
I see. Very good. And Faye, give me some understanding. You've been in several other businesses. I have as well, and I know exactly what that's like when you're in, an area whereby you're an entrepreneur. You're working with a lot of different people. In this type of market where we have, let's say, we have a lot of new people coming into the housing market. The housing prices have risen sharply, but you're an entrepreneur. You're somebody who doesn't necessarily have a W-2. You're not a wage earner, but you're somebody who obviously earns money. How do you help these type of people?
With those type of people, a lot of people that we do work with are self-employed, and self-employed people, generally what we do is bank statement programs, because typically people that are, self-employed don't show as much on their tax returns. So we do have 12 and 24-month bank statement programs, which do help the business owner. My background experience, I have extensive experience in the law. I was a paralegal for over 10 years. So one of the things that I can do with my clients and what I pride ourselves on is, really helping the client if they have any kind of issues, legal issues
Sure.
or mortgage issues, because of my background, I'm able to help clients. We have a lot of clients that have come to us with various legal issues, and both Sharon and I have been able to help them resolve that in efforts to get them that great home loan that they're looking for.
Okay, that's excellent. Now, this would be like whether they have a probate issue or whether there's something on clouding their title or other legal issues that might have to do with the property?
Right, and also liens, like if someone needs to get a refinance and they have a lien. I have a client right now who has a lien that should have not had that lien, and we're helping her get that lien off of her title so we can refinance one of her properties.
Okay, that's excellent news. Obviously, the experience that you both bring to your clients is invaluable. Tell me a little bit of something about the areas that you're working in. Is it just strictly Southern California? Are you working in certain cities more than others?
We pretty much work in, all of L.A., Orange County, Riverside. We do San Bernardino. We have clients that are in the Palm Desert area, people that are all the way out to Indio. We have people that are all the way up in Bakersfield. We have people all over.
Okay, very good. And because of the experience, and obviously you guys know what you're doing and you have a good team effort, do you talk to the clients as a team? Do you work together with clients, or do you separate it off like that?
Well, we work as a team individually. The thing is either Sharon will, initially work with the client, or I will initially work with the client, but eventually we both work together. So, a client will work with both of us on one occasion, or the other. Either I initially get the call, and if they have a legal issue, I can help them with it, or if, they need some more extensive mortgage advice, Sharon can help them with it. So between the two of us, we pretty much are able to help people, and that's what we like to do. We like challenges where we can help people, those people that have a hard time qualifying. we're able to find a place for them.
Okay, very good. Could you shout out your phone number in case somebody is wanting to get a hold of both of you over at Express Mortgage?
Our phone number is area code 844-870-5035. Once again, it's 844-870-5035. And I want to let people know that we are in Sherman Oaks. So if people want to stop by our office, they're more than welcome to.
Great. What's the address?
It's 13949 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 207 in Sherman Oaks, and that's 91423. We're in the Chase Bank Building between Woodman and Van Nuys Boulevard. We're on the second floor, and, like I said, anyone's welcome to stop by. We have a lot of clients that, want a face-to-face.
Sure,
a lot
course.
of people that don't have emails that want to come in and just, bring their documents.
Yep, that's very true with not only your market, but very many customers who, do word of mouth. They like to meet face-to-face, press the flesh like we used to do in the old days, so I appreciate you giving out your address. Listen, I really appreciate both you and Sharon coming on the show today, telling us a little bit about your business. I'd like to have you back, of course, and thanks very much for coming on.
Well, thanks, Jeff, for having us.
Thank you.
Okay.
And remember, call Express Mortgage.
Thank you very much. And I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Your nose just a little bit. I need the sun off. There you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go. Good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are going to be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you want to advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We are here for you. We can answer questions on mortgages, on refinances, on purchases, all things having to do with how you're going to get from A to B in the mortgage world. There are a lot of things that you need in order to start the mortgage process. We can go through that with you. 6 different items, and we'll give you what they call a loan estimate. When the loan estimate is given to you, take that loan estimate, read through it, call us up, ask questions, then take it around to some other people in the mortgage industry and see if they can beat the deal, if they can match the deal, or if they can give you a better deal. Whatever it is that you need from us, we're going to be able to help you get the best deal possible, whether it's from us or from somebody else. We lend our own money. We have a lot of decisions that we can make to be positive and help you move forward. The credit score is a very important part of it, although that's just been aided by the trending credit score law that came to pass in 2017 in July this year on the 15th. And what that really means is that a lot of the things that used to be on your credit report now can be removed, even though you still have them, like a lien, a tax lien, some other municipal liens, certain other things on your credit report can be taken off legally, and you will have your credit score go up. And why is that important? Because credit score undoubtedly is going to affect the rate you get. If you walk into a bank bank or a mortgage banker or a mortgage broker and tell them you have a 750 or above FICO score, you're going to get the best rate possible. Why? Because the risk to those lenders of lending you money is a lot less when you have that kind of score. And obviously, if you can get rid of liens that used to be there, even though they still exist, but will boost your credit score, why wouldn't you? So if you're out there and you're listening to my voice and you're looking for specific solutions to help your issue, give us a call. You can email us too, obviously. Everybody knows the email address, info@malibufunding.net. Facebook, absolutely. Our Twitter handle is @Jeff6493, and I tweet out a bunch of different things about mortgages, about life, about what I think is going on in the world to help or not help us as a people and as people in need for mortgages and for money. When it comes to money, understand a couple things. Most people outside of your loan officer and you really are interested about the loan itself. Once it gets to the secondary market, and we've talked about the secondary market many, many times on the show. What is the secondary market? You do a loan, you buy a house. What happens to that loan? I lend the money, but I don't keep the loan. It's not like the old days where it was Jimmy Stewart and what was the name of that movie there?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Thank you very much. Wonderful Life, when it was...
Bailey.
Thank you. Bailey Home and Loans. And Bailey Park was the place that they were lending money on. And it wasn't as if they're taking the money in your loan and putting it back in the bank and then loaning it to your neighbor down the street. It just doesn't work that way anymore. Most of the loans that are bought and sold in the marketplace end up at places like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Ginnie Mae. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they buy and sell conventional loans on the secondary market. A number of different differences, but let's say for the most part, that's what they do. Ginnie Mae buys FHA loans. So of all the government loans, that is government loans, loans purchased by what they call the GSEs, which are Fannie, Freddie, and Ginnie, these large entities end up with most of the loans. Now, what happened in 2007, as we all well know, that Fannie and Freddie almost went out of business, bankrupt, have no money. So the Treasury stepped in, and what did they do? They guaranteed a line of credit to Fannie and Freddie to keep the mortgage market going, and they did it very successfully. They ended up lending, and I want to quote a couple things in this article by Jan Swanson, and she does great work over at the website that we grab a lot of this information for the show. She's been writing there for a number of years, her and a number of her colleagues. We take the information and we read it to you about what's going on for your education, especially in the secondary market. Why is it important to you? Because without a healthy secondary market, there's no money to lend. And that's just because banks do not hold on to your property anymore. They do not hold on to your loan, to your paper. They sell it off. So what happened in 2007, 2008, the mortgage meltdown, we all know what happened. Fannie and Freddie almost went out of business, and the Treasury backed the guarantees of an equity line of credit or a line of credit to those large institutions. Now, they borrowed a ton of dough, right? Fannie Mae borrowed $159.9 billion off their credit line, and Freddie Mac $105.9 billion. Now, this seems like a lot of money, right? In 2007, yes, up to 2010, both of those large entities kept drawing down in their lines because that's what was needed in order to keep liquidity in the market. Liquidity is money to lend to the next guy who needs a loan in order to keep the entire process moving. So let's move forward to 2017, today. What's happening in today's market and what's happening with the money that was lent out in those times? Well, we've got a situation whereby both Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae are, according to this article, cash cows for the Treasury Department. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the original 159 and the 105 were repaid back in 2012. So for 5 years, what happens to the money that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac has been making? They've been making a lot of money. Well, the Treasury used to take a dividend like their shareholders. Fannie and Freddie are publicly owned companies. Those publicly owned companies pay out dividends, and they pay out dividends to their shareholders, to their stockholders. Well, the Treasury was one of the shareholders, and they were getting dividends. Well, what happened in 2012 is that there was a little-known adjustment to what the payments were going to be. Instead of getting a dividend payment, they did a net profit sweep Now, doesn't that sound sweet? Wouldn't you like to do that with whatever your biggest moneymaker is? Just say, you know what? I'm going to do a net profit sweep where I'm going to come into your company, take every profit that you made this quarter, and just kind of sweep it into my account. Well, that's what the Treasury's been doing. And since 2012, both Fannie and Freddie have been making billions upon billions of dollars. As a matter of fact, I think, let me look here for just a second to see where I can see these. I can't see it just off the top of my head, but they've been making huge amounts of money, billions of dollars worth, probably $50 to $70 billion on Fannie Mae and $30 to $40 billion on Freddie Mac since that time. Now you add that up on top of the 159 and the 105 billion that was paid back, and this net sweep, which does not allow the regular shareholder for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to collect any more dividends. They're just sweeping it off into the Treasury. And why does that make a big deal? Because they're both being sued by what's going on from their shareholders. There are a number of shareholder suits pending for both Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. And that's because the Treasury Department did this and they're being sued. And what happens when the court cases come to fruition? This is a stay tuned episode, but my opinion is that both Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae have been diligent. They've paid back what they owed to the government. The government needs to get out of the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac business entirely, and they need to sell off their portion of their shares. Now, how they do that and to whom they do it, that's another question. As we've gotten into repeatedly on the show about the amount of money that the Treasury has on its books because they had what they called quantitative easing for 3 to 4 years, and that basically was buying treasuries and buying bonds, mortgage-backed securities from all those entities. Now they have to the tune of $4 trillion on their books that they're going to start getting rid of. I guess it's in the fall. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's what they were saying. So what happens in these cases whereby you've got the Treasury sweeping Fannie and Freddie's profits, and you've got, the GSEs being funded by the federal government, really shouldn't be involved in it anymore. So I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry, and I really appreciate you listening to the show and see these are some of the machinations that go on behind the scenes that you may not know about. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll be right back.
Your nose just a little bit. I need the sun off. There you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go. Good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are going to be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you want to advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Is your car starting to give you some trouble? Then come on down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service, where we offer a wide range of services such as new and used tires, balance and repair, brakes, AC repair, professional auto diagnostics. We promise you high-quality service at an affordable price. We're located on the corner of Boulder Highway and Wells Street. Do yourself and your car a favor. Come down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. If you pick up the phone and give us a call, we can talk to you about your mortgage, about what you want to do if you want to buy a house. Maybe you want to refinance a house, all kinds of different questions that you might have about what we do and what we do can help you is very, very, very important. If you have bad credit, if you have issues having to do with income, if you have bank statements but you don't have tax returns, if you have a number of issues going on, you cannot go to the cookie cutter loan people. They won't help you because they don't have the resources, the time, the energy, and the expertise to be able to get into the weeds with you and really figure out exactly what the solution is for your particular problem. Maybe it's a wait and see. Maybe it's a fix, and then you can do it. All kinds of different reasons. Hey, if you've had a bankruptcy in the last 3-4 years, can you get a loan? Do you know if you can get a loan? We do. Give us a call, or you can email us, info@malibufunding.net. Certainly, you can see us on Facebook, our Twitter handle, YouTube, bartonblog.com. That's my daily musings, my blog on a weekly or monthly basis. You can go there and see what's going on with me in my life and what's going on in the mortgage industry that I blog about. All these things are very, very important. I ran across an article, and I like the guy a lot just because he's bombastic and he's really outspoken. And a lot of people who are listening to the show probably know of a guy named T. Boone Pickens. Is that his name? T-Bone Boone?
Pickens.
Pickens is his last name. Sorry. I'm tongue-tied here for a second.
T-Bone, yeah.
T-Bone, yes. Anyway, I read across it because he's an elderly gentleman now, and his health isn't great. But he was one of those pioneering guys that you hear about and read about. And I just want to read a couple things that he wrote since he's been sick. And he talked a little bit about life, and I hate to bring the show down into some morbid place, but the actual things that he says about, well, anyway, I'll just read it to you. Okay, let's see. However, last week I had a Texas-sized fall, one that required hospitalization. I'm still mentally strong, and I comprehend and process information like I did before the incident. Just had a little difficulty trying to speak, and my stroke certainly didn't help that. Back in 96, at age 68, now think about this, in 1996. Now this guy is, let's see, how old does that make him now?
If he was born when?
Well, he was 68 in 96, 06, 16, so he's...
So 96, you have to add a...
He's 88. Yeah. He's 88 years old, this guy, and he's still kicking out there. He goes, many of those who have faced adversity like this at 89 choose to hide. That's his stroke and his bad health. My life has always been an open book. Some chapters not so great, some great. Regardless, I've appreciated the resulting accolades and criticism as I face different personal and professional challenges. Okay, if you're out there and you're listening and you've had some run of bad luck, right? This is the part of the show where I say everybody has bad luck. Everybody has to go through some challenges, both financially and personally. It's what you do when you face those challenges. Now, the country, the economy, some may even say now politically, although I've been reading articles about the actual policy versus the nature of the administration. The actual policy is somewhat mundane and very light conservatism versus the radical bombastic, again, another great word that I've used twice now, coming out of the mouth of some of the people in the administration. However, it's pretty much run-of-the-mill stuff. If you go through real tragedy and real difficulty in your life, you're going to come out of it okay. Because until you get to that point where you're saying, you know what, I don't care anymore, I'm just going to move forward, whether you're facing bankruptcy, whether you're facing a lost job, a loved one passes away, or whether you have had just setbacks personally and professionally, you can come out of these situations. And one of the things I wanted to get to now is what happens when you come out of those situations. I want to bring Daryl onto the show now, is 10 most expensive homes in California, and we're going to concentrate on the top 5, okay?
You mean the actual location or the name of the home itself?
No, not the name, but the price and some of the amenities of these terrific homes.
Well, I mean, there's obviously California is very expensive real estate.
Yes, it is.
They're multi-million-dollar homes, a lot of them in Holmby Hills, Playboy Mansion, all of that.
Absolutely.
So I'd say the top 5 homes have to be in the $50 to $60 million range.
Okay, let's go to number 5, and let's go to where do you think number 5 would be? Just
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills it is. How did you know that? That's very good.
I
Okay.
probably lived in their backyard and they didn't know it.
Exactly. 1174 North Hillcrest Road in Beverly Hills, California. This villa was the home of one or more iconic singers of the all-time Elvis Presley. I guess
Oh, well,
Elvis
yeah,
lived there.
Elvis,
There you
yeah.
go. Okay. And this is a 3 bedrooms, 5 bath, very small. And guess what it's going for? Just give me a ballpark.
$75 million.
30 million. No, 75 million would be really up there.
Yeah, top of
30 million for Elvis's old house.
Okay.
Would you spend 30 million for Elvis's house?
Not that size of a home.
No, exactly.
If it had 30 rooms, maybe I would, but
Okay.
not for 3.
Next home, where do you think it is?
Beverly Hills.
That's correct. Beverly Hills Villa. They're calling this one a villa. This Beverly Hills Villa
Yeah.
just completed its construction in the year 2017.
Oh, wow. So no stars.
No stars, exactly, unless they're in the backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, literally in the ground. This mansion has 6 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms. The mansion is spread out over an extensive area of 17,000 square foot. So this is a big house.
Yeah.
Cost of the house is
35.
$34,995.
I was $5 off.
Exactly right. And you know, it's funny because that break even of 35 million will obviously cost you some buyers who just say, I can't afford 35 million.
But 34,999. I'm okay. Yeah.
Next property is where?
Beverly Hills.
Yes, that's correct. Beverly Hills. You're on a roll here.
Yeah.
This is at 9719 Heather Road in Beverly Hills, California.
That's off of Sunset. Yeah.
Exactly. It is spotted right in the middle of the city and thus provides majestic views of the Beverly Hills city, as well as views of the mountains. The house has 5 bedrooms, 8 baths, spread over an area of around 4 acres. So this is a 4-acre property in Beverly Hills. Cost of the house is?
39.
35 million. So
Okay.
we're still in the 35 million range, but as you can see, we are heading north here.
Yeah.
We're down to the last 2 properties on our top 5 list. And then this one is an iconic name in Los Angeles. This is the Dorothy Chandler Estate, and I believe it is also located in.
Beverly Hills.
That's correct. It's on. Oh no, actually, they're saying this is in L.A. at 455 Lorraine Boulevard in Los Angeles.
Lorraine's a little lower, yeah.
A little lower, exactly right. And this particular property is one of the most lavish homes in the Dorothy Chandler Estates, which costs blank. This grand mansion has served as many as 4 presidents of the United States. This home has 6 luxurious bedrooms, 8 bathrooms. Architecture of this mansion is said to be the classic American design, thus is claimed to be famous historical monument. Built in 1913, and the grand total cost of the home is
37.
$50 million.
Okay, we made a big leap now.
You know,
Okay,
because you've got a name
That's what
brand.
I said in the beginning, yeah.
Exactly.
That was my starting numbers, yeah.
Okay, so the last and final
Drum
homes
roll, please.
on our list is also located in the Los Angeles area. It is called Le Belvedere.
Yeah.
This
This is not the one where they painted the statue's genitals interesting colors.
I
right?
don't think so.
Okay.
But let me see. It's the Grand Palace, which has 10 bedrooms, 14 baths. The Le Belvedere spread over an extensive area, which is 35,378 square foot. That's not the house, but that's the lot size. Has beautiful gardens, magnificent fountains. Well, this could be the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
This home is a chateau. It has a wine cellar that can boast 5,000 bottles of wine. Now, that's a lot of wine.
Yeah, that's one for every day of the week and some.
for 10 lifetimes.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Okay, give us a price on that one.
That's got to be the 75 number we started with.
85.
Yeah.
$85 million. So,
I looked at it a year ago. so-
exactly. Well, you know,
It's gone
prices have gone up.
gone up.
$85 million. So if you're out there and you're wanting representation on one of these fine properties, I can honestly discount your services. I will give you a deal like no realtor. I mean, let's see. 85
1% of that, probably pretty good.
Well, 1% of 85 million is $850,000.
Yeah. You
So-
take that all day long.
Yes, and I will be glad to pick up your title and escrow fees on that one for $850,000. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I do.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Daryl, for jumping in. Let's
Pleasure.
see. A couple of things in news to use. Rob Chrisman over at Mortgage Site that we pull stuff from. The credit underwriting changes. One of the things I wanted to get to, around $372 billion in first lien mortgages were originated in the first quarter of 2017. And why is that significant? Because it's declined 9% from the fourth quarter of 2016. We said that the market is in a weird position because the refis are off. Yes, that's true. But they are expanding the programs for you, and especially for people buying homes, because refis are off. So if you're out there and you're looking for a loan and the real estate market is tight and prices are high, just know this. There are more programs today than there were 6 to 8 months ago, and probably 6 to 8 months from now, there are going to be more programs available on the market. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. Appreciate you listening to the show today, and we'll see you next time.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Your nose just a little bit. I need the sun off. There you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go, good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are gonna be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you want to advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.